What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video.
I rep the West to the death, but my life is better. I've shed blood, shed tears, man, I stormed bad weather. I caught an L at 19, that's a cold-ass letter. But now I'm back in the world and trying to make it better forever. They counted me out at a young age, but now I'm living proof. I'm in this booth, I'm spitting truth, you see me on the tube. The Dub Show, homies bounce and roll. The Dub Show.
Today I want to talk about Sin City Manny, his wife Julie, and what's going on in the case. I saw another channel by the name of Scandal yesterday. You guys go over there and check out Scandal, and you guys can see more of what I'm going to talk about today. So it looks like, according to Scandal, the police statements are public. What Manny and Julie had to say to the cops is now public. And I can tell you right now, as an ex-convict, as someone who was arrested for murder, who faced the death penalty, Manny messed up. I believe Manny messed up. It's one of those situations where Manny thought he was smarter than the cops. He thought he could just probably give his version of events and things wouldn't be that bad. Well, I don't know Sin City Manny, and you know, when it comes to this case, I'm trying to stay right down the middle, right? I don't have a dog in the fight. We're just gonna go over what we come across. But from what I see, Manny he wasn't really dealing with reality. He was dealing with the reality that he could create around him. And I think he thought going and turning himself in, he could create the reality once again. No, welcome to real life, Manny. Welcome to real life. Things are going to be a whole lot different for you now. Now, Julie. People are trying to smut Julie up and say she told on Manny and all that. I haven't seen that. From what I've heard, she said she didn't even witness the shooting, that the shooting occurred behind her. So I don't know, but that's what I'm hearing. What I do know is in the police reports, she did say that they parked their red Camaro at the Paris, and then that they live stream and, you know, all over Vegas, something along those lines, right? Nothing major in those statements right there. There's nothing major. Now, Manny said same thing, parked the Camaro at the Paris. So whatever, if Julie were, I don't know, we're not going to get into all that. But Manny said that due to past altercations that he's had on the strip, as well as his celebrity status, imagine that. Due to his celebrity status and his prior altercations on the strip, that he always carried a gun. Okay. Now, I believe he had a license to carry. But I mean, in Nevada, it's way different. I'm over here in California. You better knock it off. You're not carrying a gun around like that. You're done, right? Vegas is different. Nevada is a little different. But Vegas is no joke. Now, he said that as he was walking down the street, you know, of course he was minding his own business. He didn't know that Finney, the legend, was live. Of course not. That's the bad thing for Manny, is there's so much stuff on video. The day before saying that you were looking everywhere, all over your city, your town, for Finney. And then all of a sudden, boom, there's Manny right there on the strip with him. And he says as he's walking by, Manny says that he noticed Finney's girl dancing around. The problem with that is the video is still on the internet. Bubbly wasn't dancing around anywhere towards where Manny was walking. And Manny said that Bubbly was dancing around, and then that Finney reached into his waistband and said, "What up, cuz?" You know, just before recording this video, I went on to Facebook and I watched the video again. And it seems like Manny walked past Finney, doubled back, and that's when Bubbly got in the way and was telling him, "Nah, you ain't gonna be doing all that." Whatever she was saying, but like basically trying to get him like get the hell out of here. And then whatever happened, happened. But according to Manny, Finney reached into his waistband. So Manny pulled out his gun and fired at his torso and his waist to prevent him from pulling the object out. And that Finney kept going towards him. And then that's when Manny says he aimed higher. And then he said that he saw something black and shiny in Bubbly's hand. And so he fired 2 shots at her. And when the cops asked him where the shots hit, he said he believed it hit her in the head. The cop said it was the back of the head, and he said she must have turned. It was only when the cops showed Manny the actual footage of the incident that Manny shut his fucking mouth and said, "I want to talk to an attorney." Manny should have turned himself in. He did right. Turning himself in, he did right. He should have turned himself in at the county jail and said, "I don't want to be questioned. I want to talk to an attorney. I don't want any cop comes around me. I want an attorney with them." Giving a statement, what that right there, the statement that Manny gave is very damaging. It's very damaging because this thing is on tape. It's on video. I know I'm showing my age when I say on tape. It's on video, the whole thing. So to paint the narrative that you were just innocently walking by and the video shows you double back, that's going to hurt your credibility. The cops already knew. There's too many witnesses. There were too many people that saw what really happened. This is a death penalty case, and Sin City Manny is he's facing the death penalty. I believe he's going to get convicted and sentenced to death. I really do. Nevada doesn't execute people just like California, but they do have the death penalty. I don't see how this doesn't. The only way is if the DA feels like, "Hey, I'm willing to give you a deal to save the taxpayers' money." These are those once-in-a-lifetime type cases for a DA. For a DA to get their shine. For a DA to get their recognition. It doesn't mean that the DA is actually good at being a lawyer, because this case is a slam dunk. But still, whoever's prosecuting this case is going to get the spotlight, is going to get a lot of attention. I think as this case progresses, there's going to be more national news coverage and a brighter spotlight for that DA. I don't know what incentive the DA would have to say, "Hey, I'm willing to give you life. Take the deal now." The DA doesn't care about the taxpayers' money. The DA is prosecuting the case and going to set an example. You can't come to Las Vegas. You can't come to the Strip, and you can't bring out a gun, and you can't start opening fire when there's crowds of people everywhere. Regardless of how skillful Manny was in his training and the fact that nobody was hit other than who he intended to hit, those aren't mitigating factors. The statements that you made, Manny, are going to haunt you. I guarantee you, whatever attorney you have right now is looking at this case like, what the hell am I going to do? The defense attorney just inherited a loser. And not just any old loser, but a nationally televised loser. As much as the DA's happy, the defense attorney's sad. At the end of the day, this was a senseless crime. All murder is. A whole family was wiped out. They left kids behind. And it was all over YouTube words. Just some words. That's my video for today, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. By the way, I'm on the road to 100,000. If you like the video, subscribe. And I believe that Gunner and I will be doing a live on this topic sometime today. Stay tuned, man. I'm out.